budge proof, kiss proof, transfer proof, whatever you wanna call it. Literally slapping so hard everywhere. No trace of makeup anywhere. I'm gonna scrub it. No freaking makeup. I'm literally impressed. Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel. This is your Subhankhi. Do you see the difference? Yeah, my fresh bleached hair says hi. Don't mind me doing this all the time today. So today's video, by the title you guys know it, it's a lot different. It's going to be all about makeup routine, my new makeup routine. You guys, if you remember, like think hard. In my last video I have told you guys that I am kind of trying out switching products, trying out a makeup routine, and guess who just literally went out with the makeup routine and spent 6 hours and came back home and saw that the makeup routine is still going strong.
I told you to drink water. No, this is a nice. Wow, this is no way nice.
Girlies, when I tell you it's strong, it's really strong. Last week I went out doing this makeup routine and my goodness, I spent like 6 to 7 hours and it was freaking budge proof, smudge proof, mask proof. I even was wearing mask. It was so hot and humid. My goodness, I was sweating my ass off, but my makeup was still on. Literally, I could see. I have clicked lots of pictures for you guys to believe me. My makeup was still intact on those areas and I was like, how did I do this makeup? I need to share this with my besties ASAP. So yeah, here I am. I think you guys gonna really benefit from this whole video because festivals are coming up. You need some sort of affordable makeup routine. You know, all the products are very affordable. Girl, who am I kidding? You're gonna go out and celebrate. Your makeup game should also celebrate, not only just you. So that's why please watch the full video. I'm gonna share all my go-to, I swear by, sort of tips and tricks and techniques. I'm gonna explain everything. So like the video, share the video, subscribe if you haven't, girlies. Also comment and let's get started. Okay, so in order to have a good makeup, you gotta look like an egg in the beginning. Okay, let's start. But before that, let me tell you, let's just be very straight about it. If you want a really long lasting, like 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, that long makeup that won't budge on your face, that makeup routine has to be matte. Where have you seen a dewy makeup like lasting that long without any smudges and budges and anything else? It has to be matte, but we are going to make sure that even if it's matte on the outer side, the inside part, I mean, what is there under the makeup is very hydrating and juicy and you know, all those goodness. Then only it will be a balance and your makeup will stay strong. Another thing is that this makeup routine will work really well for all skin types because I have dry skin and I am doing this matte look. It's a soft matte makeup routine and it stays on without any cracks or my dry patches, my textures becoming super visible, nothing. So that means dry skin can handle it. And girlies, wait, I'm gonna give you all the tips and tricks to master this makeup look being a dry skin bitch, okay? So with that being said, let's start. Okay, how many okays I'm gonna say? Count and comment. Okay, anyway, why did I say okay again? To have a good makeup routine, you need to have a good skincare underneath. First step is cleansing. I have dry skin, so I don't cleanse in the morning. I do it at night, but only when I'm gonna put on makeup, I do cleanse. And not only just cleanse with a cleanser, but I do double cleansing. And here's why. If you have dry skin, you have all the dry patches, you know, those skins, dead skin, and even dirt. Maybe your skin might have picked some dirt from the pillow, who knows? All these things lying on top of your skin will not let the makeup set properly and stay long. So you need to double cleanse. Now, oily skin girls out there, you need to as well because you to have build up oils on your skin. So you have to do it. I have done it already. I have used a cleansing balm and then a cleanser. I use the Quench one provided by the brand, but you don't need to. You don't have to buy any of them. Just make do with whatever you have at your home, but follow the tips, follow the steps. Okay, I hope I made myself clear. Now the second step is essence toner. I use two. So I use this too. Okay, I think I have to say this statement a lot of times in this video, so I'm gonna just say it one time and not gonna mention again. A lot of the products, mainly the skincare, are provided by the brand as a part of PR, of course, you guys know it. That's why I'm using it. Don't have to buy it, girls, okay? Just make do with your stuffs. Follow the steps, but not the products if you don't want to. If you want to, you can, because they are working really nicely on my skin. Anyway, so this is Quench Matcha Pore Clearing Skin Tonic. So it's sort of a toner. After washing, I first use this one. By the way, you can see the top. It's so weird, girl. It's because the circular top is designed for cotton pads. But of course, I don't do it because rubbing cotton pads on your skin is not good. Tap, dab, whatever you wanna call it. After watching 1000 K-dramas, I picked this up. It also has salicylic acid, so it's good for your pores, unclogs your pores. It's like almost dry. I don't let my skin get fully dry, and then I go to this essence. I swear by this face mist. This just gives me instant freshness on my face. I feel good actually. So this is the Moon Cherry Brightening Face Mist. So this is what my skin is looking like, fully drenched and quenched. And I let it be like this for 2 to 5 minutes until it gets a little dry. These two together makes my skin very sticky, which is also great for makeup to stick and last. Now I don't literally wait for this to dry. I just go with some other steps, and in meantime it dries up. So I use Vaseline on my lips. Gotta moisturize my lips. You know how crusty, dusty, musty my lips are always. So that's it. Now, this tip, oh my god, has helped me so much. What I do is I put an eye cream, but I massage it. So I'm gonna use this one. This is also provided by the brand. Literally Quench sent me their entire skincare range, so I'm kind of using it. It's been like more than 20 days actually. So this is the eye cream, but I love it because it has a metal roller, I think, and it's very cold. So it kind of depuffs, get the blood flowing under your eyes if you massage it. I really like this cream because it has Cica in it. Cica is very calming, and dry skin loves Cica. The rollers is super cold. I don't know how they are so cold all the time. I don't even refrigerate this. I just put it in my drawer and it's cold all the time. So I apply the cream and I'm gently massaging it. Also massage upward, by the way. Circular. And also because I suffer from dry eyes, I literally take my time doing this step. I wear lenses, so that's why I literally can't skip on this step. So that way my eyes don't start watering in between my eyeliners or kajals, like literally my makeup looks, and it has helped me so much. By the way, if you're thinking that you gotta buy this, you don't have to. Just massage it using your fingers, that's fine. And if you want the coldness, use a spoon, refrigerate it and then use it. It really helps you. This metal roller does the same job as the spoon only. And if you're thinking about the cream, I have no complaints. It is really calming. But it also says that it reduces your dark circles. I don't think so. Now, I don't own a gua sha. So if you do, this is now gonna be your step to massage your entire face. And girls, let me tell you, massaging helps really well with sitting your makeup well and hence long lasting. Let's move on. But don't skip this step, okay? I'm looking eggier minute by minute. Look, this is the most realistic I have ever been. Anyway, if you see my face, it's not like dripping wet. So this is the perfect time to apply the moisturizer and lock everything in. Currently, I'm using this. This is actually not a moisturizer. This is a body lotion from Sugandha. So I actually ran out of my face moisturizer and it just works fine for me. And I also like the formula. It's very lightweight and very safe to be used on skin. So I've been using this for a month at least. And also it doesn't have any fragrance. So this is what my face is looking like after applying the moisturizer. Look how juicy my skin looks. I love it. All dry skin people internally wants to look like this all the time. Okay, so now if you think that I'm gonna go to makeup, nah, you got to be kidding me. Girlies, did you guys forget sunscreen? Like, don't you apply sunscreen? Gotta apply sunscreen all the freaking time. So the sunscreen that I've been loving and loving and loving, I think this is the best sunscreen formula that I've ever tried from the affordable range. So I'm talking about this one, girlies. Yes, this time it's not yellow dirty fellow. It's yellow good fellow. Fixed Dharma Shadow SPF 30 plus gel, PA triple plus, EVA, EVB, all those things. I think I paid 200 rupees or something for 40 grams and I'm almost about to finish it. Let's squeeze out some. I do 2 lines actually. Look at the gel consistency. This has my heart. Okay, all oily skin people out there should try this one. Love it. Now you're gonna see how it applies. I have fallen head over heels the first time I applied it on my skin, and also it's very cooling, by the way. Yes. There's no white cast. It feels so fresh. You have to try this one. Also, they have quite a few ranges. I have picked the gel formula. I love gel sunscreens nowadays because of this. Look how juicy my skin started looking. This sunscreen is too good. You need to have your skin this hydrated in order to make your makeup last longer. Literally behind a good makeup look, you have hours and hours of skin work, skincare. Don't forget your lips. Okay, so this is what my skin looks like up close. Look at that. Look at that. So now I'm gonna wait for like 4 or 5 minutes and let this like sink in a little bit and then come back to literally start with makeup. But guys, if you're thinking that the video starts now, no, you gotta do all these steps. Oh, all these steps and the makeup I literally did in 10 minutes when I went out. I'm explaining, that's why it's taking so long. So if you like squeeze, apply, and then do makeup, it's not going to take more than 15 minutes, trust me. First step of makeup, primer. You have to have a primer in your kit. Pore filling, silicone based, or maybe hydrating primer, glowy primer, matte primer, the one that your skin needs. I treat my face in sections while applying primer. I'll treat my pores in a way that I won't treat the rest of my dry face. I'll start with this primer right here. So this is the Nykaa's Prep Me Up Face Primer. This is a silicone based primer, so it is going to fill up your pore and make it all flat and smooth. I need a pea size amount for this. You can use any silicone based primer. You don't have to buy this one. Just read the ingredients, by the way. If it has silicates, silicones, they will be pore filling. I now do one thing, divide the product and tap only on the areas where I have large pores, pleated pores. Can you see? Like tap, not drag. This instantly mattifies and fills. Can you see? I actually have a lot of pores in my entire face, but I don't do anything there. I literally have a lot of textures if you see me up close. A little here as well. Also, I painted my nails last night. Do you like the color? Super off topic. Now, for the rest of my face, I go with a glowy primer. Yes, I know my face is glowing to the gods right now. But since I'm doing a matte look, I need to have glowing to the gods twice. So this is Mars God's Glow Primer. It's super pretty, girl. So this has tiny sparkles in it. As you can see, I took a single drop, by the way. Oh, now you are going to get really shocked and pranked because today's video is going to be very realistic. Literally what I do, what I follow, the tips, steps, techniques I am sharing. If you want that good of a makeup, you have to follow these steps. You cannot directly apply makeup products on your face. Like imagine you are painting. Do you literally open bottles of paints and apply on your canvas? No, right? You have a palette from where you manage your portion by taking in the brush, put some water in it, and then paint your canvas, right? This is the same thing. So I'm talking way too much, I know, but you gotta drill this in your brain. All the products you're gonna see me applying on my hands and then applying on my face. This is what I do in real life. No drawing lines. So I literally took a single drop. All the other time I take 2-3 drops, and I'm gonna dab, or a little bit I can swipe as well. Can you see the difference it's making? Okay, so this is what I do. Now I let it sit for like a minute. Oh, also by the way, if you have oily skin, feel free to like tweak any of these steps. Like so many hydrating and glowy steps I'm using. That's because I have dry skin. So now our 2-step primer routine is done. Now applying foundation is going to be the 3rd step. So yes, we have a 2nd step again, which is this one. So I generally, before applying foundation, I like to apply a illuminator because it looks like glow from within. So this is My Glam Spotlight Illuminating Liquid. I really love this one, but you know, when I got it, I hated it because if you want a highlighter, please don't buy it. If you want an illuminator, buy it because this is very subtle. And again, I am not putting drop like this. I'm applying it on my hands, like 2 drops I'm gonna apply. This is so pretty. Oh my God. Now I'm gonna take the product and apply on my highest point and blend it, massage it, dab it, whatever you want to do it. Like look at the glow. It won't give you highlighting effect but give you glowy effect. So if you want to do this sort of step, you're gonna love it. This is so natural, like blends super good. Like look at that shine. Just apply on your highest point, by the way. Again, don't apply all over your face. There's no glitter, shimmer, nothing. It's just glowing liquid. So this is what my face looks like right now, and I am done. So for foundation, the last day and any other day when I go out, I actually rely on this foundation because I really love the formula. Formula is like in between, not dewy, not matte, and that's why I think everybody can use it. So I'm basically talking about this one. So this is the Nykaa's All Day Matte Foundation. I have the shade, you can't see it, Biscuit 05. A lot of you guys were asking my shade. I think both 05 and 06, I was confused which one to buy because both of them looked same. The shade kind of looks same, only the undertone is different. 06 is warmer, 05 is neutral, and I do have a neutral skin tone, so I went with 05. And I freaking hit jackpot, at least I felt like, because that is like my first time ever being so spot on buying any shade online. Anyway, I want to take it on my hand, by the way. My hand is about to turn super messy. So I've taken 1 pump. No matter how big of my face is, I will start with 1 pump only. And my motto is not to use this fully. I'm going to use like almost 80% of what I have applied here and keep the 20% for any mistakes if I make in future. Or if I need to clean up my eyeliner, you know, you get it, right? Less is more, very important. And as I'm speaking, I forgot. Yes, I forgot to apply my color corrector. Let's do that first. So going to use this one, my Ride or Die. And yes, I use fingers, no brushes, because it's very easy to turn an orange mess really quickly with color correctors. And I'm going to I just took once and that's it. The entire routine is only 1 dip makeup, I think. So I'm going to concentrate here and here, here. As you can see, I'm applying and no product you can see on my face, and let me tell you, that's good because you always don't need to apply like so much that you are able to see on your face. Like there is a lightest shade of orange in here. Remember, when you have too much makeup on, your makeup will not last longer. I'll write it and prove it to you guys. You have to make it a point that you cover everything with the slightest makeup. So you have to be very wise while putting your makeup on. Yes, this is me not gatekeeping anything and being really realistic. Anyway, let's start with foundation. Slightest amount and start. Okay, this is very important. Start on your problematic areas, like you see pigmentation you need to cover. Don't start from areas which are like perfect, like for example my forehead. It's so good. If you start from here, if you level up this one first, how will you make this areas match with this one? You have to match and make a balance, right? I'm gonna place the product first. I'm not gonna blend first. Little bit I'll take and place. See, I'm applying on those corners which has hyperpigmentation and acne. This has a medium coverage. Now dab, swipe also if you want to, but don't be too harsh, you know? You're not painting walls after all. Though the idea is kind of similar, but it's not. It's your face. Dab. Bring it to the neck slightly. Make the most thinnest layer possible for you and then think, do you need more? Don't just go bang on. Like literally on my face, this area, the thinnest of layer I have, and it's covering a lot. If you see, this makes me understand that I do not need this much also. Now a little bit on my forehead to match it up. All my acne, pimples got covered with the thinnest layer. So if you don't let your foundation work as a thin layer, you're never gonna understand whether your foundation can work as thin layers or not. Okay, so give them a chance. You are going to get really amazed and surprised how good your foundation can be, but you don't give a chance. You just apply tons. I'm just really taking my time blending here. Now I think I'm gonna go on my eyes. I'm like literally pressing the product in so that it stays on my skin. Also, you have to understand how I hold my brushes. If I hold my brushes here, I'm like lightly feathering. I want the least pigment, but if I'm like this, I'm putting more pressure, which literally means I'm pushing the product in. I think you guys should save this video. So when you are gonna do your makeup, you can turn it on, listen to this video and do it. Now, okay, now look at my face. I haven't even applied any concealer. So you have to understand, do you need even concealer? Literally, I don't need. But I do wanna brighten up my inner corners, like under eyes a little bit. So I'm gonna apply a brightening concealer. And look at my skin, the blend. I think I have saved 30%. Love my base, but it is not going to be possible if I hadn't done all those 1,000 steps. Anyway, so I have a liquid product on, the first layer of liquid product, by the way. Now it's my time to freaking spray the shit out of my face and set it. Yes, I do that, and it has shown me results and how. So I'm going to use a setting spray. It's the Mars Seal the Deal makeup fixer, and I love it. Literally, this is the most beautiful, affordable fixer that actually works. So I'm going to spray it all over my face. It gives a slight shine. Let it sit and then go for other products. Okay, now I need to shape my face by using contour and concealer. You guys know my go-to. I'll take one time and then apply. No! Are you guys not following? Did I not say I'm gonna apply it on my hands? Did I not say? Then why didn't you scream and say, no, Subhankhi, don't do that. Don't lie. I know you didn't. So I'm gonna take it on my hand. This is way too much actually, but in videos I apply 10 times this much. You are going to see how less of a product you actually need. So this is the contour that I apply. Take the littlest product and just dab, dab, dab. Literally you need so little and you apply so much all the time. Like literally you need so little. How your makeup going to stay if you apply tons of layers? It is not going to crease if you apply less, okay? Remember that. My face is getting a little set and dry, so that's why I'm going to spray again. Feel free to spray any number of times you want because your skin needs it. That means dab, dab, dab. See, my whole face is getting done with this little one dipped product. So why do I do like tarara, 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 tarara? Why do I draw lines? That's because people likes it actually. People likes to watch us drawing lines. Look at my skin. You don't need any more coverage. I had such big dark circles. I don't need even any coverage right now. Applying the tiniest bit on my lips, around the mouth, and mixing it, blending it. What happened to my vocab? Look, it doesn't look like a thin layer of makeup, but actually it is. So that's why I told you guys, you have to be intelligent. Make it look like it's a full coverage with the littlest product. Now, for extra blending, you need to do this. You gotta get back to your foundation brush, but you're not gonna take any product. You take that and wherever you applied concealer, just dab, 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 so that it blends well with your foundation shade and also blends seamlessly. Now look at my skin up close. No lines. This concealer rocks. Now for the contour, again I take my brush. Take the littlest. This time I will take the littlest of littlest product. I'm even dabbing and blending the product on my hand. This also makes my brush saturated, and hence when I apply it is not going to be patchy and going to give me flawless smooth application, and it's not going to be like bang on pigment. That happens all the time. I need to blend 1,000 hours. Basically, your motto is less is more, and you can add product if you need, but you can subtract. So you have to start from less and keep building up as per your needs. Anyway, so I'm gonna start here. Also, I do not have any prominent cheekbones, so I apply the least amount of contour I can. Can you see the slightest contour that I actually applied when I in real life go out? You can do more than this if you have good cheekbones. Prominent cheekbones. Still, you can feel the contour, that subtle contour. I'm placing the products actually. Like subtly my features are getting prominent. Blend it to your hairline. Can you see this? I'm literally taking my time blending things. Okay, subtly everything is defined, and look at my base. I didn't even set my base. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention, that I take my contour and apply it on the outer V of my eye. Like literally I'm swiping like this. Like it creates a sort of elongated siren eye that like not specific, but like there's something there that is pulling your skin up. So that happens and I love it actually like that. Just gives an extra snatched moment, like your temples is like up. Okay, now is the time for blush. Don't follow how I apply blush probably, do what you do, because I literally take it and I put dots like this, like I do in all my videos, because if I look tomato, I don't care. I freaking don't care. I want to look tomato, okay? What did you expect? I have been using, I even went out the pictures that I've shown you guys. I had this blush on. So I love it. I told you guys this is going to be my go-to, and this is my go-to now. So I applied this. Now I'm going to blend it. By the way, I actually cleaned my brushes yesterday. So yay. Why do I have to give you so many information that you actually don't need? You guys are not even interested in me. But you guys are besties. So try to be a good listener. So I'm going to blend it. This is also very subtle. So if you want to directly put drops, you can do that. Literally, the blush did give you a little contour as well. in real life. I don't build up, rather I go for a different blush, a cocktail of blushes I apply. So for the second blush, I'm going to use another favorite blush of mine. This is the NY Base liquid blush in the shade Joyous Brown. This is a very different shade, so I'm going to stick to this area, a little darker, a darker brownish peachish. It's very pigmented, by the way, more pigmented than that one. And also while I blend, I don't blend only on my cheek. I do a U-shape thing. Can you see that? This makes it more natural. And then drag it to my hairline, slightly swipe it here and connect to this area. So you then slightly swipe and connect. That way your whole face is one smooth base, which looks very pretty, by the way. Also my skin is giving skim. I didn't set it, girlies. I didn't use any powder. And my creases, where is that? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? That's because obviously the product and because how I applied it, my skincare. Okay, so my cream products are down and it looks so beautiful even without setting it. Now the next step is powdering. But before powdering, I like to do one step that makes my makeup last even longer. Like this tiny steps thrown in between my actual steps makes such a big difference. So I go in again, yes, again with this one. Let's do that. So this is what it looks like. I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit and then apply powder, or you can do this that I generally do off camera, but since we are getting really real, I'm gonna show you all the ugliness. Anyway, so I think it's pretty fine now. Look at my skin. This is my second round of lip moisturization I do because I literally have chapped lips entire life, I mean entire year or even entire life, everything applies. And this one I love actually. I don't know about you guys, your skin, but in general, I feel like to make your makeup last longer, you should apply 2 rounds of powder. It's okay not to bake. I do not as well, but I apply 2 rounds of powder if I am going out. And also so many rounds of makeup fixer. I like to apply a thin powder, like fine powder first. And then after some time, I will go for a really matte powder. So I am really loving this powder, not promoting. Do whatever you want. I am liking it. This is the My Glam's HD setting powder. This is very fine, okay? To be honest, does not do a great job in setting, but kind of blurs out and kind of subtly set your face, and that's why I love it. I can't rely on this powder fully, of course, because it sets subtly, not fully.
5 minutes later.
Okay, I just changed my top because I was dripping in sweat. This is not the second day, okay? So where was I? Powder. So I'm gonna use this powder, and lately I've been using this sort of sponge, like flat, to apply, and it makes so much of difference. My goodness. Don't use brush. You know I'm a big brush fan, but for this step I use this sort of puff. So I'm gonna take a little bit. It has slight amount of coverage, not too much. It's transparent, by the way. So I'm gonna do press it and then leave. Press it, then leave. Press it, then leave, like that. And then go over it and do dab to blend. Can you see that? Can you see the lift? Can you see it? It's also matte, but after some time it is going to be soft matte. And this is like fine powder. And if you want to build down, not build up, build down the coverage, just dab firstly. Don't like press that I did. That gives intense amount of setting. So you can see this is subtly set. This is like full on set. Can you see the difference? So I'm gonna lightly set everywhere other than this part. Can you see it also blurs my face, and this sort of sponges does make all the difference. So I'm literally done. If you are oily skin, though, you're gonna feel okay, but if you have dry skin after doing so much of hydration, then also if you have extremely dry skin, this setting will make you feel a little bit like you're gonna feel that it's like set and dry. If you feel that, like I'm feeling right now, like not too much, this feeling is very subtle, but I don't want to be uncomfortable, you know. I want to feel the most comfortable yet having the most long lasting makeup. Yes, comfort is everything for me. So I'm gonna go with another round of setting spray. I told you guys, use it liberately, more the merrier, okay? Yes, on powder, you are going to apply it, and look at that. Nothing is happening to the powder. The setting spray, the powder, everything will melt together and fix everything on the face. Let it sit for a minute, or maybe use my magic stick, dry it down tiny bit, and then do the rest of your steps. Now that uncomfortable feeling is gone, remember this area, we didn't set it because we want to apply more. Now this is one product that I love because it comes with 2 things. So this is the Makeup Revolution Duo Blush and Highlighter in the shade Queen. It's a very peachy blush. I'm going to take for powder things a bigger brush and just basically start from the tip. Can you see that? Can you see instantly what happens? I'm very slightly, like, look at where I'm holding the brush. Slightly, like, doing this. Literally, looks so pretty. Literally swiping it and then dabbing it. Take it to your eyes as well. Like, just blend everything now. Little bit on the nosy. Don't worry if you have done too much here, like looks too much. Everything will dim down a little bit once I set again. This is what it looks like. Now before highlighting, I generally use a bronzer, and especially when I go out, I use this bronzer from Beauty Bay in the shade Beach, and that's because it's very subtle on my skin tone. You can see the contrast is very low. That's why it doesn't look harsh on my skin. I'm gonna slightly like dab and then blend. You are not going to probably see it on camera, or will you? I don't know. I apply very little, just a little bit like this, and then a little bit, just marry the blush together with the bronzer, and a little bit here. Like that way it's not overpowering bronzed. You can see a little definition, but it's not too much. Like, can you see my face up close? It looks so like well together, put together. Now I'm gonna set my face. Now if you're thinking why didn't you highlight, that's the last step. So I now set my face with a very matte powder, and that's why if you think there's some mistake that you have done, like too much of pigment, it will dim down. And for that I recently came across this powder and I loved it. You guys know it. So this is this product right here, NYB Radiance Compact Powder. In the shade I have is Too Fair Beige. So this is the product. It's very matte, so make sure you use it carefully if you have extremely dry skin like mine. So I take the product in the same puff only. It's tinted. I like to apply the finishing one, tinted one, so that there's no scope of getting any gray cast on me. Can you see the blush is like dimmed down? Don't worry, I'm gonna brush it off. I'm gonna powder everywhere, very lightly by the way, because this powder lightly also, this is very matte. Now quickly, without even wasting a single second, I'm gonna take this brush. Now this has no product in it. This is a freaking clean brush, and I'm gonna dust off any powder that's there. I didn't bake, but still I'm gonna dust off because I do not want to look super matte. Now if you feel again uncomfortable, which I'm not feeling right now, you can apply a little bit of spray. That's fine, don't worry. So this is what my face is looking like. Look, I told you guys it will dim down, like slightest amount of blush. Yeah, almost 90% of our face is done. I'm gonna do my brows now. Now my brows are done. I have a full-fledged shots on it where I have explained everything. I'm gonna link it down, and I don't use any makeup product. The thing that you're seeing here has no makeup product on it. It has only soap. Yes, body soap. Anyway, but what I do now is makeup, so which I'm gonna obviously show you guys. I generally do not apply any eyeshadow or anything because I don't know, I prefer a clean eye look, only liner, mascara. I love it, and that's why also I like to drag my blush, my bronzer. You guys of course freaking saw a few minutes back. I like to draw my blush, bronzer on my eyes to give some color because foundation and powder makes it very blank. Now after doing my brows, I take my bronzer and take my nose contour brush. Yes, this is the eye brush that I only use to contour my nose with. Flat eye brush, flat blending eye brush I guess. I'm gonna take the bronzer that I've used on my face and the product, I'm gonna slightly fill my brow, yes, on the inner part with this. Now the reason for this is two reasons. To make my eyebrows come a little closer, that way your face looks smaller and slimmer. Secondly, to connect my nose contouring, you know, that makes it look all snatched and one piece. This tiny little things makes so much of difference. I'm gonna now connect the contour. Can you see how subtle this is? Contour this area a little bit, and now if you feel it's too much, go with your puff and dab dab. Look how subtle it became again, but it still looks snatched. If you're doubtful, just go back and watch my actual nose. It was like a pakora. Anyway, the last and full and final step that I do is highlighter. Now highlighter I think will be the first thing that will wash off from your face because that is the least protected. I mean, it happens to me and I know why. That's because I apply it at the last and don't powder it, don't set it, just keep it like that. But also if I powder highlighter or if I spray, the highlighting effect dims down a little bit. So I would just say you do you, but I like to apply now. I'm going to use this one, by the way. The most important thing where I absolutely apply highlighter is this area. I love to because, well, let me tell you, can you see this like area? There's like prominent bone appearing here, but I don't have any bones on my cheek. Like I do have, but it's not like super prominent. I do not apply highlighter here like that. For a natural look I don't do it, but if I'm going full glam like I'm right now, I do it very softly. Anyway, so let's do that. Can you see that? It gives such a big difference. Also one swipe blinding, by the way. Now the next step I love is here, this area. Makes my nose look teeny tiny, and of course here. So this is my go-to, this 4 positions. Then if I want to, I'll slightly dab, not swipe. Like this much I'll do dab. And sometimes I'll just connect it like slightly I apply here. So this is what I do. As you guys can see, my liner and mascara is done. Nothing to explain, so that's why I did it quickly. Let's do the lips now. My go-to is of course this lip liner from Wet n Wild in the shade Chestnut. Now I slightly apply this. I think I use this with everything. And then to make, my lips are not that pouty, but I make it pouty by not overlining here like every other person, but overlining on the sides because my sides I feel like is a little droopy. I'm gonna smile and just overline. So this is my shape. blend it. Oh, another thing, by the way, I do not like to apply highlighter in my inner corners. I like the way it looks. So the lipstick that I applied that day, it's so budge proof, mask proof, nothing came out. Though it looks matte, but it doesn't dry out your lips. So I'm gonna use that only today. So this is this one. It's the Mars matte lipstick in the shade 9 magnetic. Now this comes in a 3 set. This one is a very go-to shade for me. Like not too much, but not too less. I love it. And I do not apply gloss in real life when I have to go out because I'm going to apply mask. If I don't apply mask, I would love to apply gloss. But if I wear mask, what am I saying? If I wear mask, I do not. I use this lipstick and I love it. I like the color actually. And this is what the makeup looks like. Let me just take off all this. Let me just open my hair. Now this is my whole face. It's super smudge proof, budge proof, sweat proof, and will definitely, I guarantee you guys, will last you like 6 hours or more. Like this is so budge proof, it is not going anywhere. Also, if you guys are wondering like, Subhu, you applied so much of makeup fixers at so many levels, wouldn't you apply after you have finished your whole face? And I would say that yes, I would like to apply, but today I did not feel like doing it because I used 3 rounds. I need like 3 rounds only of makeup fixer, and I feel like this is my skin. It's so budge proof. If I like rub it also, like I'm literally rubbing it, don't do that. Like look at it. It is not super matte, neither it is super glowy. It's like in between, which you can actually wear out, and it's super wearable, like full face of makeup, yet so subtle, so pretty. You can definitely rock this look even if you are a beginner, you don't like to apply makeup. You're gonna love to apply this because it's so subtle. If you use all these steps that I have talked about, your makeup game will always be super strong. There is not going to be any crease line, no dry patches, no cracks, no breaks, no separation of makeup, no running down of makeup, washing off of makeup through sweat, nothing. Even after long hours of wearing it, like look at my textures all gone. Like if I come super close to you, you are going to slightly see my large pores because it's of course makeup, it sits on top, but it's so minimized. It doesn't look super matte as well. Look at those tiny little shines, and that happened only because I have applied tons and tons of hydrating layers, illuminators, glowy primers, and etc. Don't skip anything. My pores are all gone from my nose. My nose has so much of pores. Looks so pretty. My makeup is staying and sticking so nice. I'm freaking showing you all the cracks and crevices of my face. Who will show you like this? It's super skin-like. Now comes the most important part, which is testing. Why would you believe me, by the way? Why? I'm just a little girl on the internet. Okay? You need proof. Now I'm gonna first do the budge test. By the way, you can see me. I'm literally sweating, but nothing changed anywhere. I'm gonna slap hard. I have never slapped myself, or nobody else have ever slapped me so hard. My hand is super clean now. Also, there's no baseline. After doing so many things, slapping so hard, there's no print. I have a white cloth. Actually, I don't have a tissue paper right now, so I can't show you like that. Wow. Look at this. Budge proof. Literally slapping so hard everywhere. No trace of makeup anywhere. I'm gonna scrub it. No freaking makeup. Budge proof. Wow. I'm literally impressed. Yes, proof, transfer proof, whatever you wanna call it, and anything else proof that you wanna do. So yeah, that's about today's video. I hope you have liked it. I know you're gonna like it because I loved making this video, and I know this is going to be super useful and helpful for you guys. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. We are so close to reaching 2,000, so let's do that fast. I'm gonna link all the products down in the description box, and yeah, it's time. It's freaking time to go. I'll meet you guys in my next video. Until then, be happy and bye. Bye. Running to my mind, girl, you're all over me, yeah. Don't know why you're always on my mind, like every other time.